We are here celebrating the students, parents, and teachers that have been working so hard to help collect funds for the school's Community Cash for Schools program with the UPC codes, and celebrating all of their hard work. It's been exciting to see all the students that are here and how proud they are to be receiving these big checks.
House, and I want to welcome you to Community Coffee's home office. My name is Matt Siraj. I'm one of the fourth generation owners of Community Coffee. And I get the honor each year of recognizing our top performing schools in the Cash for Schools program. I would like, before we get started, to make sure everybody has what they need and they're comfortable. We're waiting for anybody who's down the hall. All right, that's all the housekeeping, is to make sure everybody's present. I do want to recognize a few individuals who are real important in this program and provide leadership for our company. One is super important, I think you'll agree. One is my mom, Donna Siraj. She's right here to my right. Donna is very instrumental in this program, has really been involved since day one of the program, now in its 28th year, and is also serves as the director of the company. And thank you, Mom, for your support of education. All right, we're going to get a picture.
How about that?
He wants it so long.
Okay, all right, thanks for being here. Also introduce the president and CEO of Community Coffee, David Bellinger, who's standing right there in the back of the room. David. To my left here is Steve France. He's against the wall there with the red shirt. Steve, he's our Senior Vice President of Sales. And someone who's missing, but I must mention her name, is Annette Vaccaro. Annette is our Senior Vice President of Finance and Accounting. She's our CFO, and she is the one who's responsible to make sure that all the UPCs are counted accurately and your checks are prepared timely. So you're going to leave here with checks. So thank you, Annette. There's a lot of other people working behind this program, and I'm going to introduce you to a few as we go along, but it's a real effort on the part of our company to ensure that the Community Cash for Schools program is a success in many ways. One is that it does enable you to raise money for your school. In the end, that is what it is for. We want to make sure that it is supporting education the right way and that we're supporting it the right way. And I believe when you hear the results of this year, wow, what a year. Almost every school went up this year, and you know who you are. You know the ones who increase year over year. As a company, we're committed to supporting local education in all the markets we serve, outside Louisiana even. And you'll find today we have schools from across the state of Louisiana, which is really exciting. But why education? We believe it provides a pathway for an improved life, quality of life. We believe it's important as a corporate citizen to support things that help us as families live better, propel the state forward, and prepare for the future. And that brings me to my second point. My other guests I want to be sure to everybody recognizes, and I want to thank you individually, are all the children in the room, all the school children in the room. This is the most we've had at one of our, I guess the word's gotten out about our snacks or something, but this is the most participation we've had with children. And so thank you very much for being here. And thank you, moms and dads who got them here, and anyone else who assisted with the transportation. So Community Cash for Schools program, I mentioned a few highlights. You know how the program works. Essentially, the idea is that we want to be sure to allow educators to direct the monies where they're needed most. So the organizer in your school works with your school to put those monies to work. This year, the program, we had 820 schools fully participate. I mean, sign up, enroll, and redeem barcodes to the program, and that accounted for over 3.7 million UPC barcodes were turned in this year for the program. That is a lot of clipping and counting and mailing that went on to ensure the program's success. And it's interesting, we get stories. We're going to ask you for stories today, and I'm going to mention a few things I already know about what happens with these funds, but chicken coops, butterfly gardens, whiteboards, computers, art supplies, the list goes on of the things that these monies really help to supplement in the classroom. We have another special guest that I'm going to introduce to you now, and I'm very excited that we have Kelly Stomps here with us today. Kelly's going to join me. Kelly is the Teacher of the Year for the state of Louisiana, and she is going to speak to us because, if anyone, she understands the value of education and the need to support it. So, Kelly, we're honored to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I was so excited to be invited to attend this today. I have personally witnessed the impact the program has on my own students, my own school, and in my own classroom. As you were just saying, it's a pathway towards success. You are helping give our children access to resources and materials and lessons and activities that will help them be successful, not just in school today, but in school and in life. But I also believe you're sending a very important message, not only to everybody in this room, but everybody throughout the state, that you believe in us, you believe in our work, and you believe in what we can accomplish. And because of that message, anything is possible. I love the quote, "You believed in me, so I got wings." So thank you for giving all of us wings today. Thanks. Thank you.
I'm not the person you should be thanking, really. It is these folks in the room, because they're the ones, we are an enabler. Community Coffee created a program that enables those who care to take action to raise funds. Among the many other things that happen in a school, this is one, and we're just glad to facilitate that. But you all know the organization it takes and requirement it takes to make it work for your school, and as a teacher, you know you're one of my heroes, so thank you for being here. Okay, now the important part, we're going to go ahead and give out checks. So the check presentation is going to involve a few people, and on the first school, maybe kind of, awkward. We're going to make sure we understand our role and where we're supposed to stand and what we're supposed to do. But to assist me with that is our Vice President of Marketing, Scott Eckert. Scott is going to, Scott carried the briefcase with the handcuffs with the checks inside. So Scott is going to help present the checks. And then Kelly, you're going to join me to help present our gift. And when I call your name, what I'll do, I'll call the school name. Anybody who's here to represent that school, please come forward. We'll get as organized as we can right here. We're going to take a picture. We're going to send you that photo afterwards so you can put it in your newsletters or wherever you want to use that to talk about the success of your program. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start, nobody knows, by the way, what the number 1 school is, so we're going to go from 11 forward to 1, and so you'll figure it out by the end. So our 11th top placing school in funds who's here is St. Genevieve School with $2,340. So all of y'all come on up. St. Genevieve has actually participated in this program for over a decade, like many of you. They're from Lafayette, Louisiana, so thank you for making the drive. And understand your funds are going to go towards a playground, surface, something like that. So what a great use of funds.
Congratulations.
I'll take a picture. Great. Okay, great. Congratulations. Okay, Moss Bluff Elementary raised the same amount, $2,340 from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Now, y'all participated in the program for 6 or 7 years, right? So I think we got it all, figured out. Look at the group you brought in.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, from New Roads, Catholic Elementary of Point Coupee, $2,620. Now, when Catholic Elementary walked in, we asked them some questions about the program. I found out you participated for 25 years. 25 years of a 28-year-old program. Okay, kids, geography test. So we've got Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Roads. Who's next? Well, the one who's next is actually still on the road, I believe, coming, right? Are they not here arrived yet? I'm going to announce them later, but I'll give you a hint. They're driving down from Shreveport, Louisiana. So what a trip, yeah. So you all have to stick around until they get here. They're making quite an effort to be here. All right, so next, Zachary Elementary Schools with $2,783. Now, last year, this school actually received a check for $6,000 last year. They used that to do the chicken coop that I mentioned and musical instruments and plenty more labels at home. So there you go. Congratulations. Thank you. Look at everybody. That's great. All y'all get, we got plenty of room. We don't have a lot. Great, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank y'all very much. You're welcome.
It takes a lot to collect $2,783 worth of coupons. All right, so number 6, we're at number 6 now, is Dutchtown Primary School with $2,875. And this year, they're going to use some of the funds towards STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math programs, and some hand-on learning supplies. Congratulations. I love the spirit. All right, next school's participated for over 10 years. Our friends, St. Aloysius, $2,960. This is St. Aloysius' 3rd time to be in our top 10. So y'all are organized. Y'all got it together. Well done. All right, guys. Who gets the check? Absolutely.
Thank you. Here, one of you guys hold this in the front.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Congratulations. Proud of you. All right, number 4 at $3,000, Mermentau Elementary. Now, they've participated in this program apparently 15 to 20 years and have used it for a variety of things over that time. And I did pronounce it correctly? Mermentau. All right. Mermentau, $3,000. Thank you very much. All right, we're getting really close. So I'm going to have to slow down. We're going to wait for our Shreveport friends to arrive. But number 3, we're going to go straight to St. George Catholic School, $3,005. And here's a tip. One thing they did to raise more funds this year is included the Community Cash for Schools programs in their newsletters to families, to children, send information home continually through the year. All right, congratulations. All right, we only have 2 schools left, so we're not going to wait any longer, but when Sunset Acres gets in, we're going to interrupt whatever's going on at that time so we can all welcome them to come receive their check. They can't be more than just 10 to 15 minutes out, but it is Baton Rouge, so, you know. All right, so number 2, this has always been a top-performing school. Matter of fact, it was one of our top earners last year. They moved up 3 spots. This is St. Thomas More, $3,564. Consistency pays off. It really does. How many of you have been here before or been a top 10 school, receiving school in the past? There's about 5 or 6 of these names are very familiar. Yeah. Congratulations. All right, thank you. All right, that only leaves one left. That is, and I'm going to read a few things about this school before we go on, because there are some things I want you to know. Last year, this school earned more than $5,200. Now, this year, this school is going to earn more than $5,200. It's the second year that they participated in the program in their existence, and yet they're generating this much money through Community Cash for Schools program. So all of you know what kind of embracing that takes to make that happen. That's commitment from day one to get involved with programs like this and make them happen for the school. Last year, the funds were used for Accelerated Reader, which I think is what they actually told us when they were here last year, so I'm glad to see that happen. And here's, they're going to, share some ideas with us. I don't think they know that yet. But I'm going to ask them to share some ideas with us. But they really opened up the collection process to neighboring churches, of course, the families. I'm sure businesses were probably involved too. But they really, through the church, were able to spread the word greatly. And that's really what makes this program successful, is the communication there. And they plan on using these funds to promote their hands-on science program, lab materials, maybe STEM-oriented. That's a lot of things people are doing now. So the name, the Church Academy, $5,215. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, guys. All right, y'all scoot on in. Y'all go ahead and push towards the middle. Yeah. Or get right in front of the banner.
3, 2, 1. I'm slowing down. 3, 2, 1. Got it.
All right. All right. So Jessica, I'm going to ask Jessica to come up and share with us how she did it. And you didn't know, So poor Jessica. We try to make a surprise who's number one, because you never know the story behind the number one. So we just told Jessica, look, just when you come to Baton Rouge, just kind of prepare to stick around, maybe take some notes on how you did the program, what the success was. We're asking everybody's to take these notes. So I don't know what we're going to do to keep it surprised next year, but that's how we surprised her this year. So will you please share with us some things that made your program successful?
Sure, absolutely. We are only in our second year of existence. And last year when we started, we had to figure out a way to make money, and we're a private school, so we don't have any funding other than tuition from the students, and we've tried to keep the tuition very low. And so last year we decided community coffee. We need to go ahead and do that. And I have to say, my parent, Erin Stanchfield, is the one who has actually headed this up. Thank God for our parents, because our parents are the ones that really have pushed this and promoted this program. And so last year we were completely shocked. We were at number 3. I didn't even think we would even be in the top. And so that really blew me away. But what happened was our church really backed us up and supported. And so we have about 1,700 members in our church, and every Sunday they have the opportunity to come and bring their barcodes and their UPC codes. So it was pretty amazing, and they get to drop it off. And we have, every Sunday we promote it in the church, actually. They can also come to the school. So we have parents, grandparents, friends, people that don't even come to our school. Just come in the office. They'll even bring us, we don't care how they bring it to us, they'll even bring us the creamers and the anything, community coffee, and we don't care. We clip them, and we take them, whatever we can do. And so this is a huge, huge honor. Thank you so much, Community Coffee and Cash for Schools, for doing something like this for a brand new school, to be able to pour into these students. It is just phenomenal. Thank you very much. It's amazing.
That's pretty incredible, isn't it? And I was so blown away and so impressed last year, so surprised, as many of us are who've been in this program for a while, how organized you are around the program, and what an effort it takes and that you've made. So thank you, and thank you all. That do have a lot of parents in the room. It may be all parents, just a few teachers. It's really driven by usually one advocate in the school, either a parent, a librarian, principal, but a thought leader to make sure it happens. We have some people joining us in the back, but that's not our guests. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to transition the group for a little while. I'm going to ask, where is Jody? Jody Connican, to make some closing remarks. Sure. And introduce yourself and tell us what we're going to do next. Excellent. And we're going to keep an eye out for sunset.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Jody Connican. I work with Community Coffee. I'm over this program and so excited to have all of you here, and your participation has been amazing. Every year it increases, every year you do better. So our program is successful because of your success. So what we'd like to do is to celebrate that and take a picture of everyone who is in attendance. We are going to keep an eye out for our friends. So if our friends come here, they're coming from a long way, so we definitely want to recognize them. But at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody and we're going to the back porch. Our photographer is going to go run around into the mud for us. Thank you. And so he'll be taking the picture from outside of us on the balcony over here. After that time, we have refreshments and food for y'all. We want y'all to enjoy yourselves. We will take a time and pause for our guests when they do arrive. So just want to kind of heads up. We want to make sure we recognize all of their efforts, and since they've driven such a long way. So at this time, do you have something else you want to say? Okay, wait, we got something else.
Is that our direction?
Yeah, I was going to push him outside.
I just want to say something. Jody, we have a lot of people who champion this program in our company. Jody Connican and the entire marketing team, but Jody's a real champion and communicator of this program, and the one who's going to help us share the good news about the success that we've had. Over $398,000 is going back into schools directly because of this program, and we're going to try to share that news, get more schools to participate, but she's a great resource to you, she and her team, on tips and how to not only share your stories, but also collect. We'd love to collect your stories. We'd like to share through our social media and our resources what you are doing, because I do think it's important to brag about your school when you have successes. Always, celebrate those wins. So Jody, thank you for everything you've done. And okay, our guests are here. I'd also, at this moment, want to recognize two young ladies in the back, Taylor and Francis. Will you please raise your hand? Those are the two people who counted all those barcodes and did with others, did all the work to make today possible. So thank you for working with us. We're very proud of your work. All right. So when they walk in, I think what we ought to do is, I'll say, introducing Sunset Acres, and y'all just applaud like furious, because you know that then we'll be able to go take the picture and get out of here. All right. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the school. They were participating for 3 years. They also partnered with their local church and probably neighboring businesses as well. And they plan to use the money on supplies, technology, and field trips. So that's a long use of money, but wait till you see how much they collected. I want to introduce from Shreveport, Louisiana, Sunset Acres Elementary. Y'all please. Y'all come on front. We want to take a picture with you. We're so glad you're here. Come right up here. Come up here. I told everybody a little bit about you while we were waiting and how you're using the funds. That in your third year, this is your third year, that y'all collected $2,735. So congratulations. Well, Community Cash for Schools is a collection program whereby schools will clip barcodes, UPCs, from any community-branded product, redeem them at their school, then they send them to us, we count them, and the schools earn cash. And they can use these monies any way they choose for any projects they choose. It's their money to help improve the classroom environment and also to help fill the gap for the resources these teachers so desperately need.
And about how many schools participate?
Well, this year we had 820 schools that not only participated but submitted barcodes. Unfortunately, many more schools will sign up but not complete the process. So our goal next year is to have 1,000 schools fully participate in the process. This year alone, we received over 3.7 million barcodes and were able to return about $398,000 back into the community.
And how long has Community Coffee been doing this program?
This program is now in its 27th year. Started in 1989, and since then it's grown dramatically, not only in the state of Louisiana, but beyond the state as well. We had top producing schools both in Texas, Mississippi, and even Alabama.
And how long has your school participated in the program?
We're only a school that's been in existence for 2 years, so we've only participated 2 years. Last year we were number 3, and this year we're number 1.
And what do you think is key to your success?
Community involvement, parent involvement, student participation, teachers being involved as well, just getting the entire community involved and really supporting the school.
And why is it important that schools participate in programs like this?
To really fund those programs and go further within the school, to make sure that we can do programs that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise if you don't have the funding.
And what types of programs do you plan to use this money for?
This year we're going to actually use it for our science lab. We're creating a science lab, so we need materials, dissecting frogs, all kinds of things for our science lab. So we're going to use that money for that.
For schools that may be considering joining the program, how difficult is it to set up and run?
It's very easy. It's not difficult at all. You just need maybe one person that would lead it, and then from there you just set up different activities and things that people can get involved in, but it is very, very, very simple.
And where can people get more information about your school?
You can go to our website. It's www.tca.fm for more information.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Our church is the one that really partners with us, and we actually, because of this program last year, we started purchasing community coffee to serve to our people that attend our church. So every service that we have and every event, we serve community coffee. So then the church is actually supporting the school through that as well.
Why are programs like this so important?
Well, it's helping these programs are important because they're helping provide the students with resources, materials, and activities that they might not be able to get through the regular school funds. So I've heard programs like having a chicken coop at the school. I've heard people talking about how they're going to use the funds for technology, for AR reading. I've heard of teachers using it for instruments and PE equipment. So it encompasses all the different subject areas, and you're actually helping, I think, develop a whole child by developing this program.
And what does it mean to you to be Teacher of the Year?
This year has been so incredibly exciting because I get to meet so many people throughout the state, and I've been inspired by the dedication, the passion from all the people I've met for their love of the children in Louisiana. And so it's been exciting to be here today and be a part of the Community Cash for Schools program and see how dedicated you are to Louisiana's children.
And is there anything else you want to add?
Well, thank you again for this awesome program. I cannot wait. I've talked to my PTA, and we are going to make sure we're in the top 10 next year. So be ready for me to come back next year with my school.
Why is it important that local businesses partner with our local schools?
Yeah, it's very important that businesses partner with schools, not only about this program, but any kind of initiative to help the schools achieve their goals. So sometimes it's having a fair, sometimes it's just collecting those barcodes from community products. When businesses work together with schools and when families work together with schools, it can really make a difference. All of our information is available at communitycoffee.com, or just call us here at Community Coffee and we'll direct you to resources, because this program is a year-round program. 52 weeks a year, collecting barcodes, that's how you generate the thousands of dollars.